Hello traders, and today we will be presenting analysis for the Bitcoin. Yes, the asset that is so popular right now, and there is so much interest as to what will be happening next with the price of the Bitcoin, whether short term, medium or long term. So in this video we will be looking at the price action. We will try to understand what to expect within the next week and perhaps within the next month or year. But before we get started, click that subscribe button and the notification bell to follow the videos that we do every single day. And to remind you, all the information in this video is for educational purpose only, should not be considered as the financial advice. So what has happened with the Bitcoin is the massive growth. Price broke above the previous all-time high, which was near $20,000, and it has actually reached $24 for one coin. This was an amazing growth by Bitcoin. The long term is obviously an extremely bullish asset, and it's likely to continue to be that way. But nonetheless, price is usually or always moving in cycles. There is no straight lines in the market. And therefore, what I would expect is the downside correction before and if the long-term uptrend continues. So what we have is the formation of the resistance. We can see that there was a double top formation. We can see that the RCI oscillator produced a bearish divergence. So this could be the beginning of the downside correction. I would guess that after the breakout of the $20,000, a lot of traders and investors would be extremely interested in Bitcoin. So right now there is a huge interest and huge buying power, a lot of FOMO going on, and this actually is what market does. It collects these investors who buy the Bitcoin at the very high and then kicks them out by correcting down. But all in all, the corrections would be just healthy for the Bitcoin at the moment. And what I think will happen is that price will retrace down to 61.8 Fips, which is near $20,000, the previous all-time high, which has been acting as the resistance already back at the end of November. Based on the Fibonacci cycles, we had up cycle, up, up. Perhaps the next also will be up, but it might be down. So there are two scenarios that I see for the Bitcoin correction if it's in fact gonna correct. One scenario is that the price will go down straight away. There won't be any stops, and in that case, price is likely to test the 61.8 Fips by the end of the month. Yes, it could be a 6 days decline. We might be seeing this support tested very soon. Besides, it goes in line with a simple uptrend trend line, and it goes in line with the 200 simple and exponential moving averages. This is where the price will most likely meet the moving averages and the Fibonacci and the cycle. So this could be a fast correction down before the trend continuation. If this level will get broken, there could be an extended downside correction, which at this point seems unlikely since the Bitcoin is extremely bullish. I think there could be spikes, there could be some range trading, but no major downside move from the Bitcoin is expected at this moment. This is a clearly bullish trend, and I want you to understand it. So even selling the Bitcoin is extremely risky. So we're just looking at the potential opportunity to buy, which could be presented around $20,000. Now, based on the cycles as well, what we have is the next cycle starting at the end of February. And what we might be seeing that this cycle, next cycle, will be only the beginning of the downside move. So up until this point, there could be this consolidation, and only then price will slowly correct down, and then we will have a sharp decline. And this is the same support area next Fibonacci cycle, and we have the average price uptrend trend line as well, where I connected the resistance with the support. These are the two scenarios of the correction for the Bitcoin. At the same time, what could be happening in the upside? If there will be a break and close, especially on the daily time frame above this recently printed high, then it will get invalidated, and I think that the price is likely to head towards the 40K. So we will have an X2 in the medium term future. price is likely to go to over 40k and maybe even much higher. The trend is extremely bullish for the Bitcoin. I think the correction is something that many traders would also be willing to see and willing to get the Bitcoin cheaper than now. So price will either move towards 61.8 or it could move slightly lower. I mean, it could be moving towards the breakout point of this downtrend trend line, which is 18,080. But all in all, as long as price holds the support at 16,000, which is the lowest point for the downtrend in my view, only break below the $16,000 can say that this could be a much stronger downside move. Very unlikely, although in the worst case scenario of a downtrend, this could be the case that the price will produce the spike below on the daily chart and only then continues to move up. But the nearest support should be definitely watched for rejection or the breakout, because this could be the key level right now. Also, we need to watch for the rejection once again, perhaps of this level, because it could be that the price will be moving up from the current price. We might be seeing this consolidation going on and only then starting to decline. I think this is a more likely scenario, although at the same time, well, we might see the fast price drop as well. So that's on the Bitcoin. I think in the medium term it is bullish, in the short term it is bearish, and in the long term is definitely extremely bullish. Now time to move to previous ideas we made, starting pound Australian dollar. We're seeing some rise in price as expected. I think that the trend is started, the uptrend or the corrective move is started, and there could be a big move towards the resistance. Still, the price could be moving by 300 or 400 pips to the upside. Canadian Swiss franc quite bullish as well. This is driven by the Swiss franc weakness in my view. It's likely to continue, so also bullish. Maybe we will not go that far as I expected, so let's see whether there will be a rejection of the downtrend trend line. If yes, maybe then we will see a downside move. So here, as long as we hold this support, it's bullish, but we need to probably break the downtrend trend line to confirm a strong buying pressure. Australia and New Zealand bullish, although consolidation up until the end of the month is highly likely before it shoots up. Swiss franc, Japanese yen, downside correction is expected. Yet again, Swiss franc weakness, who is driving this downside move. Maybe it's not going to be fast, so more consolidation, because up until the cross with the trend line, we are still to go of 2 months. So that could be a pretty sluggish decline for the Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Australian Swiss franc extremely bullish. We can see that the price producing a new higher high once again, and this tendency is likely to continue throughout the next couple of weeks at least. So we might be seeing 2 weeks of non-stop uptrend. The Euro Swiss franc also, we have a very bullish green candle. Yesterday we also had a bullish green candle, but you see it closed right at the bottom, almost at the bottom of the previous day. But today yet again we're seeing a buying power increasing. Price is it's produced a new higher high. If we go to 4-hour time frame, we see that there is a higher high produced, and this should push the price towards this resistance and then potential breakout. I think the price will not be struggling here a lot. We had a double top produced. Now there will be some fight, although it should result only in a small correction, or it could be a fast break to the upside as well. The pound Swiss franc, I did expect it to be the strongest Swiss franc mover, because the pound itself very strong and the Swiss franc is weak. So this is the strongest uptrend that I do expect from this currency pair, and we're starting to move up quite nicely. There is a still 300 or 400 pips to go, basically the same as we saw on the pound Australian dollar. The gold, nothing changes. It is likely to consolidate for the time being. There is no action I think should be taken at this particular moment, because there is clearly indecision in the price, and there should be a consolidation, which also would be healthy before some sort of a big move. Pound New Zealand dollar, we broke above the key resistance, so this makes it very bullish as well. Nonetheless, maybe correction after the breakout, also what is usually happening. This correction I don't think will be strong. This could be a good opportunity for buyers yet again, because here we see also a lot of potential. The nearest resistance is 250 pips away. So I think this will be the key resistance, next key resistance to be tested. The US oil analysis of yesterday, what I think the second scenario is gonna take place. We are yet to correct even higher, because if I go to the 1 hour chart and draw a simple trend line from this bottom through this bottom, we see that there was the break below the trend line. So here we have the resistance, and now I do believe we will test this resistance. So this is the move that I would expect from the US oil before the downtrend starts. Maybe it will go down right now, but it's highly unlikely. I think the price is yet to consolidate and only then move down. But all in all, it looks bearish. It's starting to reverse, especially after the break of the trendline. New cycle started, and yeah, more consolidation before the downtrend. I think up until the next week, we should be just range trading. Australian dollar continues to rise. On this pair, we have a lot to go. 600 pips in total from this bottom, but watching also Australian Swiss franc and pound Australian, well, all correlated Australian pairs that we have, also watching Australian New Zealand when it will be testing the resistance. So all of these Australian dollars should be watched at the same time for the potential key level to be tested. Next is the pound versus dollar, expecting also nearest resistance at 1.37 to be tested. Maybe break above, maybe not, we will see, but it's going up quite nicely. It will either rise towards the first resistance, which is 115 pips away, or towards the second resistance, which is 400 pips away. The euro dollar, nothing happening, because we need the daily break and close either above the resistance or below the support. Nothing happening on this pair. Maybe the correction will take place, but it seems like the euro is strong and the dollar is getting strong as well, which might result in the consolidation all in all. Another pair we had also, this was the yesterday analysis for the dollar versus the Swiss franc. And here is expected correction, mostly driven by the Swiss franc weakness rather than the US dollar strength. And in this analysis, what we spotted is that this key resistance must be broken with a daily break and close in order to confirm the uptrend. While I do expect this sort of move, we need to close above this resistance to confirm it. In the worst case scenario, well, we will be continuing to move lower, but as long as this low holds, this will remain a potential bullish short-term trend. And that's it for today. If you agree with the Bitcoin analysis, smash the like. If you disagree, let us know down in the comments below. What is your expectancy for the price in the coming weeks or month for the Bitcoin? What is your final upside target? How far do you think the price will get? Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to follow the videos with you every single day, and click that notification bell to stay up to date. Thank you all for watching. I wish you a happy and Merry Christmas, which is tomorrow. So have a great holidays, and we will speak to you straight after that on Monday. Take care, guys, relax and enjoy.